Yay Networks.
Welcome to Logically Irrational with my parents, Ty Strickland and Melissa Rycroft. He's a little logical.
My brother's a dentist. He can give you Botox.
And she's a little irrational.
What? Did I have a big old zit on my chin?
But together, they make the perfect combo.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Logically Irrational.
Hey.
Not just any other episode.
Yeah? Which?
Ooh, Ty's excited.
Well,
The anniversary episode. 4 years.
4 years.
I know.
4 years. I didn't realize we were doing the intro.
What do you think we were doing?
Well, because we've already technically done a part of it. And so I didn't know. So that's why I was.
Well, what did you think we were going to have to do to start the podcast?
Well, see, I thought that we were, you told me that we were doing Reality Roundup. So I thought we were doing that.
Oh. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Logically Irrational.
Hey, Mel.
Good start. So yes, today is our anniversary episode. We've already recorded actually a bunch of segments, a la What Confused Ty. We did a very fun live chat last night. Yep. No, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
And that was exclusive just to our Logically Irrational Facebook page. So thank you to everybody that joined. It was a lot of fun. We had enough chit chat for a good hour.
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
It was fun.
It's fun to be able to see who you're.
Except that a lot of people joined without video.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I want to see them. I wanted them to unmute themselves. We had a few unmute, but mainly everybody chatted. But it was just a lot of fun. It was a fun way to connect with you guys. We're going to add that on to this podcast. We're also up on YouTube now.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how that works, but
So can we tell the kids we have a YouTube channel?
they would be
they'll think
so
that's
jealous.
awesome.
Are we going to get merch? That's going to be their question. But I think it's YouTube/Logically Irrational. I will put it up in that Facebook page, but the video from the live will be up there. I also had a fun chat with Randi in honor of the 4-year anniversary.
How'd that go?
That's going to go at the end. Good. It was just a little update. You know, she moved and the people love her because she's just fun little girl chat.
Yep.
Stuff that you don't like to talk about.
What is it? What
Well, this time it wasn't really anything. It was really just an update. But
Did you talk about like makeup stuff?
no, Ben and J-Lo, all of that.
How about that?
I do have to say, though, I'm so glad that we did our chat Tuesday night instead of Wednesday night.
Ooh, yeah. I still think maybe I should be.
I think you're a little close to me, too. I about died.
Got sick.
I guess it was last night at midnight. As sick as I think I have been in a very, 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 very long time. And it started with, you know, have you ever gotten sick in the middle of the night and you kind of dream that you're sick and then you wake up? So I was dreaming that I was spinning in circles and running in circles and I was getting dizzy in my dream. And I was like, ooh. And then I woke up and I went, oh no, I'm dizzy. I was like, I don't feel well.
That wasn't just a dream.
It wasn't just a dream. And it lasted 10 hours, I guess, before I finally took a nausea pill, which kind of knocked me out. I slept it off. I'm feeling very drained and empty right now. I have a bit of a dehydration headache, I think. But when you wake up 75% after a day like yesterday, like I hopped out of bed. You were like, you want me to take the kids to school? I was like, no, I'm up. I'm alive.
You made it.
It was nasty.
It was 24 hours.
But everybody says there's some
bug going on.
Yes, and they're like, it's a bad one, but it's quick.
I heard it's
I'm
some
like,
virus.
Well, isn't that what a bug is?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, fingers crossed. You are sitting really close to me right now. I've tried to stay away from the kids, but I'm also like, the damage is done. I mean, let's be honest. I had the bug and I made dinner for everybody that night.
Yeah, and then I slept with you.
And you did. Yep. And I got sick and then came back into bed before I moved out to the living room.
If I were going to get it, I probably would have gotten it.
I don't know. Who knows how long I had it?
Who knows?
But I'm happy it's over. I actually almost blamed it. In the afternoon, I was feeling a little stomach wonkish, not bad. And I was like, this elimination diet.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
You're not taking any pills or anything with that?
No, it's a week and a half now where I've been gluten-free and dairy-free. And this is a lot of TMI, but I remember telling you, I was like, I feel like it's just cleaning me out. I feel really good. It was just that one day.
Yeah, that's TMI.
And I think that, shut up, it's cleaning out. And that is what I think was the start of the little bug, not my
Well, so my
Diet.
first thought was Monday night. Did you guys say Monday night?
No, it
Tuesday
was-
night.
Oh, that's right. It was the night we did the live. We did
What was
the
the night
live.
where you made the dinner for
That
us?
was Tuesday.
Okay, so you made a
Oh, yeah.
spaghetti. I mean, to me, it was spaghetti. It
Mm-hmm.
was meat and noodles, and I don't really eat that. And
Well,
it was delicious.
I made it plant-based.
Yeah, and it wasn't
I'm-
real beef, right?
No, I'm not doing it all the time, but I'm getting my family gluten and dairy free with me. So yeah, it was plant-based ground beef, and then it was pasta made out of lentils.
It was delicious.
I didn't eat it though.
I had seconds.
Yeah.
That was my first thought, though. is
Yeah.
Sometimes when you introduce that
Sure.
type of stuff, it
Sure.
doesn't do well.
No.
And you've been talking a lot about this diet thing.
Because
and
I'm proud of myself.
No,
Yeah.
you should be. I'm just saying, like, I thought it had something to do with that.
Right, me too.
Okay, we can.
But
move
it
on.
didn't.
Sorry.
Coming up this weekend, we have one more costume party. This is our third one now. A lot of fun. I mean, this is my favorite season ever. Last weekend, if you didn't see on social, we were the Mad Hatters at our Once Upon a Dream party.
Shout out to Jarrett and Jenna.
And
that
I
was
think
awesome.
they do a costume contest. I think we would have won the costume contest. You had to be present to win. That's the problem.
Right.
And
We had to leave early.
right, we had to be home by 9:30, which sounds so late, and they were doing the drawing at the time, and everybody's like, "You should stay. You're gonna win." I was like, "Oh, but I can't. We gotta get home and get the kids."
Do you
and
know
stuff.
who won?
I don't, and I'm
Okay.
scared to ask because my feelings would be hurt if it wasn't us, and I feel like if it was us, we would have heard from somebody. But they draw your name, and then you win.
Well, they ask everyone who the winner is. And
Right.
That's they
That's
tally
what they
them
were
up.
doing.
Gotcha.
Putting it all in a fishbowl or whatever. So this week, it's a friend's 40th birthday, but they're piggybacking off Halloween. And it's 80s theme, which who doesn't love an 80s theme? But I went, we need to be creative because everybody's going as like Workout Barbie, Miami Vice,
Yeah.
probably. So I started looking at fun like 80s couples, and I found the cutest ET costume
Yeah, that was good.
for you. And I was like, and I could go as Gertie.
So it's actually the little boy from ET,
Mhm.
and you carry around
It's
like
a costume.
handlebars
Yep.
that have a box
Mhm.
with ET in it.
It's the ending scene of the
Which was really
hilarious.
Cool. Right.
Now, me as Gertie, I saw her costume, cute, but if I'm not with you,
You wouldn't know. What
nobody
it was.
knows who I am.
Right.
Was thinking Ghostbusters and either Slimer or a ghost.
Or Top Gun.
Top Gun was one. Beetlejuice and the Bride of Beetlejuice. And then we ended up, we're not even a couple, but it's MC Hammer / Vanilla Ice, because you could technically be both.
Mm-hmm.
Is Vanilla Ice 80s or is he 90s?
Ooh, it's probably 90s.
Is he 90s? All right, you're
Well,
MC
you know
Hammer.
MC Hammer maybe 90s.
Oh, well,
Like
then you
early
blew
90s.
it. You blew it.
Crud. Look that up.
And I'm Cyndi Lauper, the famous red dress from Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Is it weird that I don't know that?
I do think it's weird.
Cyndi Lauper.
The red
Red
dress.
dress.
Yes. Yeah. I've got the wig. I've got it all. I'm so excited. So anyway, we've got that. I'm glad this illness went. Now, the only thing we have to cross our fingers. Yes. Show the
Yeah.
right there. See? Girls know.
It is a thing.
It's a thing. Yeah. I found it to the best of my ability. You can't really buy the dress, so I went on Amazon and built it. So we'll see. Let's see. What else? Oh, it's daylight saving time Saturday. You know it's not savings time.
It's not plural.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Everybody says it's like
They were making a big deal out on the news the other night.
that it's daylight
Yeah,
savings.
Yeah, they were arguing if it's an S or not.
You know, we used to have not a battle, but it was a thing when I was a Cowboys cheerleader that it's Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. People
Yeah.
like to say you're a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Oh yeah,
Well, you're a
I
Dallas
think I always
Cowboys
said that.
cheerleader. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes the S's just don't make a lot of sense.
agreed.
But yeah, so I feel like daylight, it seems really late. Like I feel like it's been really dark early, longer than in the past. I don't know if that's just me. Do you have any idea when daylight saving time started and why?
I don't have. It's something for farmers, right? So they could
Mm-hmm.
work later with their crops.
Well, it was a way to save energy and make better use of daylight, a la farming. It was first used in 1908 in Thunder Bay, Canada, and then the U.S. adopted it in 1918. But there's states in the U.S. that don't do daylight saving
Right,
time.
and I've heard that they're like trying to pass laws
So that we
so
don't?
we don't do it anymore. We just always have the.
It doesn't bother me now. I'll tell you when it did was when we had babies
Oh gosh.
and the babies didn't understand the falling back, and you're waking up, or it was Spring Forward, I think, whichever one. And they're up at like 4 a.m, and it was a good week process of getting up early before they got on normal time.
This one is tough because it will be dark. Wait. No, it'll be lighter early. So this one's easy.
Well, I know summer days are long, winter days are short. So it does get darker earlier. But I feel like it's 5 o'clock now and it's pitch
Well, I drop the
outside.
boys off. When I do drop the boys off at school, it's still dark outside.
When you had to yesterday because I was dying.
Well, I enjoy doing that. But, yeah.
So anyway, everybody remember to
the
fall
80s
back.
party? I thought my idea was go as if you're 80 years old.
Oh, yeah. He liked that idea.
So you go and then when you get there, you're like, oh, 80s. I thought everybody was dressing like they were 80. And then we could be old people hunched over with canes. And
Yeah. We can still do that if you want. Since apparently your character is a 90s character.
No, it's not. I just looked it up.
Is he?
Yeah, 85 to...
Is it both of them? Because they do dress a lot alike. I mean, I think MC Hammer was more like gold and black.
Well, she's definitely 80s.
Oh, I know Cindy is.
Years active, 1985.
Yeah. And Vanilla Ice to me was more like bright. He was more 90s colors, like the hot pink and the blue. But he wore those same balloon pants. So... anyway,
pants are awesome.
Let's do a super, super duper quick pop news reality roundup. And then we've got a lot. We had an hour live, and then Randy and I had a 30-minute chat that we're going to put on this. So it's a supersized one. And we only have to talk about this because everybody was talking about Tom and Giselle. They're divorced. Yep. It's final.
It took like 1 day to litigate.
Submitted paperwork on Friday, and it was approved on Friday. Like, it was not just this is a separation happening. It is signed, sealed, delivered on the dotted line. Now, there was a quote saying they had already entered into a settlement agreement, which includes financial and custodial issues, meaning that's why it was able to
move quicker.
I guess so. But like, isn't there a thing in like California where you have to separate for 6 months before they'll even let you file for divorce? Something like that. I don't know.
I heard that the only thing that they even had to discuss was the property.
Well, there's so much of it.
Yeah, they have $26 million worth of property. But it's got to be more than that.
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
I don't know. I heard they've got a house in Costa Rica, the Bahamas, Miami, Tampa, New York.
There's one in Wyoming, North Dakota.
Oh, Montana.
Montana. It's supposed to be awesome.
No, I mean, everywhere. But quick and swift. Everyone saw this coming but Ty, who I don't think you really believe it's
still
true.
Holding out.
Yeah.
They're going to get back together once football's over.
I don't know if I want... I don't know. I think if I'm Giselle, I'm like, too little, too late.
Yeah,
Gave you your chances.
I don't want anybody to divorce.
I'm not saying I do. Everybody's talking, of course, about who they're going to date next.
Pete Davidson.
I don't see that at all.
No.
I don't see that at all.
What is there a rumor?
No, Pete Davidson, of course, is on there. I don't even remember
I think
things are going on.
Possibly Tom Brady. Can he get any girl he wants?
No.
No?
I mean, maybe when he retires, but I'm going to be real honest. He doesn't seem like a load of fun. He seems pretty, I only eat peanuts and I only drink water and I'm all about football and he just doesn't seem like you would be a great time.
He doesn't seem like a lot of fun.
No.
Although he was funny on Saturday Night Live.
I didn't see him on Saturday.
I feel like that is a good gauge.
And he needs to gain some weight. This divorce is definitely, he's very gaunt
he'll gain
right
weight
now.
when he gets done playing football.
You think he's going to get rid of all this regimented diet?
No. Well,
I'm just saying he looks unhealthy right now. Like the cheekbones are protruding. You can see like his neck from when people lose a lot of weight.
Well, when gone from training camp for that week, when he came back, everybody was like, did he do something to his face? Did he have like plastic surgery
he
or
just
something?
lost a ton of weight.
Yeah, but because his cheeks looked kind of gaunt.
That's the thing with guys. You think about losing weight and you lose it in a week. It takes us a month just to lose a pound. Whatever. Okay. And then quick reality, The Watcher. We finished The Watcher on Netflix. We talked about it a little bit on our live.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah. You should definitely watch it.
Yep. It's a great cast. I would say there's nothing to be set up for another season. No, it is what it is. But a few things could have been answered. We were talking about the tunnels.
Yeah, the tunnels is ridiculous. Like if I find out there's tunnels under my house,
leading from,
I'm going to go figure out where they go. Not just board it up and say, "Oh man, glad that's fixed."
Follow the tunnel out.
I mean, figure out where it goes.
But yeah, it's Bobby. Gosh, I can never say his name. Cannavale. Really like him. Naomi Watts. It's a really good cast. Highly recommend.
The only bad part, and it's not bad.
Okay.
I didn't know that it was based on a true story. And so at the end,
I told you when we watched it.
Towards the end, you did.
I'm pretty sure when we watched the trailer, I said, I want to see this because it's based on a true story.
You probably did. As we were watching it, I was waiting for a big reveal. And they couldn't do a big reveal because it's an unsolved mystery.
Shh!
Isn't that what you...
I don't know. Spoiler alert.
Well, if you know it's a true story, then you probably know what happens, right?
Did you know what happens?
I mean, it's like me saying, oh, Jeffrey Dahmer killed somebody. You going...
Well, I had actually never heard of the actual story that it was based around until I found out it was true. And then I Googled it and I read the New York Times story. So that's how I knew. But I recommend it. It was great. I've started watching this on my own because it's not Ty's thing. I'm a stalker. Definitely on Netflix. No. Right. But it is not a spinoff, but Netflix had a show called I Am a Killer. And it was 2 seasons long. And what they do is they go into these prisons and they do first count interviews with these convicted felons that killed people. And then they go in and they talk to the victims and have their interviews. And it's just fascinating to hear both sides. And so now it's on to I'm a Stalker, which is really creepy. I watched it one night before bed. Sometimes I'll put my iPad on. Yeah. And the whole time I kept waking up thinking there was somebody at the foot of my bed. It's not something to watch at night by yourself.
When you say see both sides, like
there's no there's not. Side. But it's some of the stalkers are like, I did this, my bad. Others are like, they totally misread me. I was just trying to get them to talk to me. I was just trying. And then you hear the victims going, no, he kept showing up on my house with a knife in his hand. He kept doing this. He kept doing that. And they're like, I don't remember. Detail. I don't remember. So that's what I mean by both sides. They're all clearly wrong. And when you watch them, they're all a little messed up. Yeah. Like there's just whatever.
I would imagine.
I started this yesterday while I was in and out of consciousness. And so I don't have a lot to add other than I want to go back and watch it.
Probably need to rewatch that.
But it's called High, the story of an Ibiza drug mule. Have you seen that on Netflix?
I have seen the title.
Yes. And so I started it. It's a 3-part series on Netflix. And I have to say, I say Ibiza. What do you say?
Well, Ibiza?
Ibiza.
Well, because in Spain, the Z is a TH.
So these people are from Ireland, and they all call it Ibiza. Ibiza.
That's
and I'm
how,
like,
if you're over there, that's how they say it.
Well, it's Ibiza, which is how it is in the song, isn't it?
Took a pill and a V.
In Ibiza. Yeah. Or Ibiza. But it's just the true story about Michaela McCollum. Beautiful, like absolutely beautiful girl. And she grew up in Northern Ireland, ended up moving to Ibiza on her own and got like a waitressing job, cocktail job, ends up meeting this guy, and 20 days later is convicted of smuggling cocaine, 26 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah, that's one that
for him to Peru. And I was kind of reading reviews because, like I said, I didn't watch much. I think I got 10 minutes in before I woke up and it was over. I would like to see that.
But you know what's going on if it's 26 pounds of something.
Right. And so, what I did see was that the club that she worked at, the bar, it was her first day, and somebody ordered drinks. She has her little cocktail waitress. She goes and she delivers the drinks, and they go, oh, and we want drugs. And she's like, well, I don't know how to get you drugs. And they go, oh, it's behind the bar. So she goes back to the bar manager and says, these guys ordered drinks and drugs. And the bartender goes, do you know which ones? Because they're under there. So at this club she worked at, they served drinks and drugs, which then makes her a drug dealer.
Legally or illegally?
Probably illegally. And so she was like, I knew what I was doing wasn't right. I just didn't realize how wrong it was. And that's all I saw. So I really want to see how she explains, when he told me to carry 26 pounds, I thought. Do you know
what drugs they were?
That they were taking at the bar? I don't know. She just said drugs, I think, unless I was passed out. I don't know.
And that's weird.
So I am curious. Now that you'll watch that with me, we'll start it maybe tonight. Yep. And then one recommendation, I didn't see this, but it was on the Facebook page, called God Forbid on Hulu. Have you heard of that? Did you? Yeah. Okay. It's about the sex scandal that brought down a dynasty. It's apparently, I don't even know. I was going to play the clip, but then once we were doing YouTube, I was like, well.
Just a wreck.
Uh-huh. It's about a pool boy who ends up getting stuck in some kind of Donald Trump ring.
Is it an Epstein deal?
I have no idea. Okay. I have no idea. But I heard it was really good, so I want to watch that, and I want to talk about it next week too.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hey, for next week, remind me to tell you a story on the podcast. Something that happened to me at the gym.
That's very vague. You don't want to do it now? You want to wait till next week?
No,
okay. All
we'll
right.
do it next week.
Ooh, there's a teaser.
Yeah, little tease.
A gem that Donald Trump and Jeff Epstein reminded you of a story that happened.
No, it didn't have anything to do with that.
Okay.
It was the pool boy thing.
No, he's not. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here right now. We are going to attach our fun live Q&A that we did the other day, and then we're going to attach the short little chat that Randi and I had. Remember to like the Logically Irrational Facebook page. That's where you can get all the inside information. You can join our lives next time. Our new YouTube channel at Logically Irrational. Yes.
Happy 4-year anniversary.
Happy 4-year anniversary.
Podcasters.
You're not supposed to. Can y'all hear? Hear just fine. I can hear you.
Okay. Good. Did you just hit record? You forgot it again.
This is recording. I did. I'm so bad at that. Hey, did you guys see the new logo? I have the chat up so you can put stuff in the chat and we'll. So, fun fact, Ava took that picture of us.
Yeah.
I think we told that story.
Uh-oh. Come here, Captain America.
Come here, buddy.
Come say hi.
Come here. Oh, here they both come. This is what happens when we go live and I can't hit the pause button. Hi.
Say what's up, dudes.
You want to say hi?
Hi. So like 30 minutes ago, I came up and just crawled down.
You did? You got by there?
Yes.
This is Beckett and Kaysen. Y'all have anything good to say?
Go Cowboys.
Yeah, that's good. That a boy.
Nothing.
Hey. Football playoffs this weekend.
Oh God.
Touchdowns for both
football.
of you?
I don't want to talk football.
Yep.
Leah said, can we do weekly picks live?
Beat the book with Beckett.
Well, that would be fun.
And Kaysen.
Yeah, Ava's at dance right now. Otherwise, she would be babysitting, making sure that this didn't happen. Hey, Beckett.
Yeah.
What's your pick for the World Series?
I would say the Bills.
The World
Series. That's
Series.
baseball.
He's
so cute, though.
Phillies.
Are the Phillies
Astros.
The cheaters.
Are the Phillies and Astros playing?
Yeah, about to start.
Oh.
Game 3.
Is that what Derek Jeter was doing up there?
Pre-game.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, boys.
Yeah, B-man. Okay, they liked that answer. Liked your answer. Okay, so what are we going to do while me and Daddy do this?
Let's.
Just gonna go outside.
Okay, you can do that.
That's fine. That's fine. Never a quiet moment. So yeah, Ava's at dance. We had quite the interesting day. Love my shirt. Thank you. My favorite scene from Friends. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me that the Matthew Perry book is out.
Oh, today, right?
Yeah, and I didn't listen to it. I was sitting in a doctor's office all day with our daughter.
I'm surprised.
I'll talk
you haven't
about
listened
that
to the whole thing yet.
When we record. Oh, I think when I go pick her up tonight, I'll turn it on. Okay, so I did watch the interview with Diane Sawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. You watched like the last 10 minutes with me.
I fell asleep the first part.
Well, you were already sleeping.
Right.
I came in and turned it on while you were sleeping. It was so good, though. It's on Hulu, and he's just so likable. And they have times where they go back and they play clips that he filmed during Friends, and he reminisces about, well, like, for example, he says when he struggles going in and back and watch because when he's really thin, which we all know, he was on pills. And when he is carrying more weight, as he says, he's drinking. So it's almost like
really?
He can watch the seasons and he can tell where he was in his.
What I saw, he was calling out the parts where he did well. He's like, oh, well, that wasn't so bad.
That was the wedding because he was sober.
Yeah, he liked that.
Yeah, he was like, I look sober, I look healthy, I look good. Yeah. Oh, love it.
Yeah, what's up with him and Keanu? I don't get it. I don't understand.
So he's apologized.
Perry did?
Yeah, Matthew, he was like, it was just a name. It was just literally throwing out kind of a straight-laced name. He did it a couple times, so I have no idea.
Yeah, and it was like bad what he said.
I don't know how that. So when we did the book writing process, like 10 people read that thing.
Yeah, why
ahead of time and tell you, take this out, don't do that. This
and
is
what about
questionable.
Keanu? Just like minding his own business, and all of a sudden somebody's wishing that he died. Like, that's not cool. Has he responded at all?
No, he hasn't. I don't know, but maybe he's not a nice guy.
No, he is a nice guy.
How do you?
By all accounts,
he's
a nice guy.
You always ask
I've
me
never
that.
met
You're
him.
like, how do you know? When I'm like, he seems
There's
nice.
nothing bad. Nobody ever says that.
No, there was some. What is that?
I don't know. There's something going on there.
Uh-oh. I tried to mute it. I want to try to use this. Hi. It's a guy, Ty.
Is that Jeff?
Hold on, I can't figure out how to mute this thing.
Oh, you don't have to. You can talk.
Can everybody talk?
Everybody can talk. I just have it muted while we're talking. If you have a question, you can unmute and join the conversation. That's what we wanted to do.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Just want to say hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Love you guys. Love listening to you on my walks.
Thank
you.
you.
Oh,
Thanks
thanks.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hopefully it makes your walk go by a little bit faster.
It's much better. Yes, it's much more enjoyable.
That's what I do at the gym. I watch something.
I'm trying.
on my
I
iPad.
can't believe when I think about it that we have done this basically every week. Every once in a while, we'll take a week or two off
Yeah, we've done this 200 times.
for 4 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And how
it
we
doesn't
have
seem like it.
content.
If you asked me, I would have said 2.
2 years.
Yeah.
Well, we lost 2 years to COVID. I think that's the problem. The entire
Yeah,
world
maybe.
is always thinking stuff. Sorry,
Maybe.
Ty. I had to drop Elliot in my fantasy league. That's what Jeff said. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, I hope you picked up Pollard because he did really well last week.
Is that Zeke Elliott?
Yeah.
He's hurt, isn't he?
He'll be back next week. Actually, we're by this week. He'll be back the next week. Yep.
I am ready for football season to be over.
No, bite your tongue.
I'm ready for football season to be over. Hi, Coda. So
Coda
here's
Bear.
little Coda Bear.
Just another dog.
Hey, y'all, I just want to say hi from Memphis. And I found out about your podcast from Monica on Armchair Expert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I wonder
Oh, me and
a
Dax,
lot
my
of
best
people
friend.
did.
love her.
Yes,
love her.
exactly.
Well, that was that.
He loves y'all for sure.
It was so fun. Now again, I've lost practice. Was it a year or two ago that we were playing that game with Dax where he would say 3 words and we would say 3 words?
Did you call my best friend Dak?
Dax.
Dax? Yeah.
Dak plays for your Cowboys.
Are they still doing their podcast?
Yes, of course they're still doing their
Okay,
podcast.
'cause
Armchair Expert?
Yeah, well, I looked it up the other day.
Maybe they're on break.
Yeah, maybe.
A lot of people take like a summer break.
No, it's on Spotify.
Oh, they
Oh,
They
he
moved over
moved.
to Spotify. I think they got a really lucrative deal,
Oh.
but it's on like 4 episodes a week or something.
Oh.
They do a
Wow.
ton of episodes.
Well, because
Yeah.
when I was looking at it, it was like a year old that I hadn't seen anything. I was like, but like she has
Yeah.
another podcast, maybe.
What do you talk about 4 days a week that's interesting?
Well, some people are.
They have totally different themes. And now they do an episode on Fridays where they let the listeners like tell different stories and stuff.
That's
It's they've got a lot going on.
So, do we have Spotify?
I mean, I listen to Spotify. We're not on Spotify.
No, do we have it?
I don't know what that means. Can people
you-
listen to us on
Well,
Spotify?
you have to pay for Spotify.
I don't think so. I don't think
I
we're on
thought you did.
Spotify. If we do, I'm not getting a paycheck.
They have a free one.
Oh, they okay. No, it's like
yeah,
a
there's
service.
one with ads.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I know what you're talking about. No, good for them when people get those deals.
Yeah, no kidding. Because his podcast is one of the biggest podcasts out there.
Oh,
right?
yeah, I think Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
I could be. I'm wrong a lot. Let's be honest. I think
We
Joe
just
Rogan.
guess a lot.
But you say
No,
it confidently.
we don't- yeah.
That's what you do.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, that must be true.
But yeah, Joe Rogan, which I have not ever listened to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, I've listened to it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Somebody was asking about Coda, and it's Coda and Kobe.
Abby, no issues with Coda and
Yeah,
Kobe
Cody and
having
Kobe.
similar names. Yes, there's lots of issues.
We
with
call
Kobe.
them the wrong thing.
I
all
always
the time.
say Koba or Cody. They all answer to the same thing, though.
Well, hey, Kobe, come here.
You want to come say hi?
Come here, Kobe.
You want to come say
Come
hi?
here. He's like, nope, I'm sleeping. over there."
And somebody else had asked, I saw we missed it, but how trick-or-treating was.
That was fun.
Good. Love the podcast, Miss Rycroft Strickland. Ryan, look at all the men joining this.
Hey,
Have you ever been to the Dallas Sportatorium?
Sportatorium.
What's a Sportatorium?
I don't know.
Hey, Ryan, help us out. What is Sportatorium?
It
It was where World Class Championship Wrestling was.
Oh.
It was an old wrestling venue in Dallas.
Oh,
No. No
Sounds like something
idea.
You'd be into though.
Yeah, back in the 80s.
Huh.
Like, You could have been Hulk.
With Carrie Von Erich,
Yeah.
the famous Von Erich family.
Yeah.
No, is it still there? Right? Like, or was it something from our childhood?
They got rid of it.
Oh, they did?
Oh, yeah, no, never did.
I do like stuff like that.
Yeah,
No, never been.
Yeah.
Ooh, did they have a UFC one? Chuck Liddell.
When we first met, Melissa was a huge UFC fan. Huge. Like,
Yes.
would go watch
Yes.
all of the fights.
I am the reason Chuck Liddell was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Because I brought it up to Dina.
Yeah, you really were.
Yeah.
That's funny. I did see that, and it's the brawl, Michigan State, Michigan. It was unfortunate.
Hold on. You got it. Ty from Stephanie. Did you see the brawl that
Yeah, that's what
Michigan
I'm talking
State did to Michigan? 10 players attacked one player just because they lost. No, I'm explaining it for audio.
Oh, can nobody else see? Oh, anyway, yeah, no, it was awful. It was really bad. And but I heard on the radio today that their locker rooms were like 10 yards apart, like they go up the same tunnel. And why they can't fix that is absolutely ridiculous. In this day and age, you would think that they would be on the opposite sides of the field.
So Michigan State, Michigan, 2 different teams.
Right. Yeah. And they're big rivals, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
There was a fight. It was bad. One guy just got pummeled.
Well, it sounds like it. If it's 10 against 1.
Yeah, it's not real fair. Huh?
No.
Yeah.
Which one is the one with the M?
Michigan.
Okay. That's where I wanted
Michigan
to go.
State is green, and they have a big S on their helmet.
Okay. I wanted to go to Michigan
What
when I was
do you
younger.
think the S stands for, babe?
Strickland.
No.
State.
Oh, you got it?
Dude, sometimes.
Oh, The Watcher. Yeah, we just finished it.
We were going to talk about that tomorrow when we record, but yeah, we'll go ahead. The Watcher was great.
So, The Watcher, I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know it was a true story.
I mean, I told you when we watched the trailer, but you weren't interested at the time of the trailer.
No, I wasn't. What the problem? I guess should I? I don't want to.
Well, don't spoil anything because Wynn just said she hasn't watched it.
Okay. Well, can I say something about the tunnels? Because when you find out and then it's never explained. So can I talk about that? Can I talk about the
Spoiler
tunnels in the show?
Don't give away the ending.
I won't give away the ending.
Go.
The first thing that I do is I realize there's a tunnel under my house. I figure out where the tunnel is leading.
You would think that's easy. You go from one end to the other.
Yeah, I mean, it is easy.
That was a pretty big dilemma that they couldn't seem to figure
out.
Like,
so they just board it up and they never go back in there. I'm like, well, you could probably find out who it was if you went in the tunnel.
I was so into this show, though.
Oh, me too. It was fantastic. It was, no, we will not be rooting for the Astros.
Jenna, don't break my heart and say no.
Well, they're like our biggest rival. They're the Rangers.
Well, I'll root for the Astros. The Rangers aren't playing, are they? I'll root for the Astros, Jenna. I got your back. Because Kaysen also said the Astros. Only because Beckett
yeah.
said that Phillies.
No, I mean, I'm just tired of the Astros being so good. No, always. They're always good. They are got good everything. Anyway.
So Allison said, we live 10 minutes from Westfield and want to drive past the house. I'm sure the people of Westfield are over it.
I'm sure they are.
But it's not the house that's in...
Yeah, you sent me something about the actual house.
It's in Rye, New York.
Well, I mean, obviously the house they use in the show is not the actual house that it's happened at.
But it is a real house. And I guess people know...
You mean it's not imaginary? I mean, they filmed it in a real house? Sorry. Sorry.
I wouldn't have known what the real house looks like.
Well,
I guess we know the address because they use the real address of it. What's your rate? You know what? Now that I think about it, using the real address on Netflix is doing nothing but adding traffic to...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I bet the people that actually live in that house are...
That's still getting letters.
It's an awesome house.
Okay, Crystal. Hey, y'all. Melissa, I ordered the underboob shirt.
Nothing but class over here, people. Nothing but class.
And wore it to a Halloween party this weekend and won second place for that shirt.
I know. I should have gotten first.
Who did you lose to? Did she have the whole shirt? I don't understand.
I
lost to a guy.
Oh, well, I don't want to know, you know?
Well, every time I look at pictures from that party, like I have to double take and I'm like, Melissa, what are you? Oh, it's just a t-shirt.
I know. And I did debate. I was like, I can't post this. I can't post it. It's so not me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have posted it.
But it was so funny. And
It was funny.
everybody, once I put the Amazon link, do you know how many clicks that thing got? It got like 6,000 clicks in an hour. I was like, done. You're welcome. You're welcome.
You should have been an influencer for that shirt.
Oh, do that stuff for free, girl.
Yeah, put your name on that, girl.
Yeah. Put that on my Amazon wish list.
So this is kind of funny because somebody from Buffalo and they're huge Bills fans.
You think they can make it to the Super Bowl?
Some of our best friends went to the game last night. They flew up. One of my best friends and his little boy, who's good friends with Beckett, flew up to Buffalo and went to the game last night. 2 nights ago, Sunday night.
So answer it. Do you think?
Yeah, I think they're probably the favorite to win the Super Bowl.
What do you think, Tom Brady? Is he going?
Probably not. Probably they've got. I mean, they'll be lucky if they win another game.
Oh, poor Tom.
But yeah, the Bills are very good if they can get past the Chiefs.
Poor
Which
Tom.
should be a really good game.
You know, you were getting a little made fun of on Facebook.
For what?
You're the only one that didn't see the divorce coming. And I don't even know if he still believes that they've gotten divorced.
I do still think that they could fix it.
It's final, babe.
It's over.
It's final. Finalized. Not even like
it was
they filed.
finalized like in a day, right?
Meaning they've been doing this for a while. This has been quite a process.
I mean, didn't you want them to make it?
Well, you want everybody to make it, especially because they have kids and stuff.
Well, I feel like a lot of people were like hoping that it wouldn't work out.
If I were married to Tom, I would have done the same thing.
No, you wouldn't.
I guess I would. She bought a house 3 months ago. Fiona, Giselle did?
Oh, really? She had it planned out.
Exit strategy. But they were building that huge house in Tampa, Miami, Florida. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that compound.
Billionaire Island or something
But
like
it
that?
wasn't finished yet. I wonder.
I don't think they even started it.
I think so. Yeah, no, I've seen pictures of like
Oh.
it looks like a.
Well, maybe they had a piece of property that they were going to
How do you split that though? Half and half?
sell it.
I
probably.
would if I want it.
Well, then you can have it. Just you got to pay for it. Don't know.
Jessica, what's happening with DCC? Are you allowed to talk about it? Love that show. Yes, Jessica, unmute. What do you want to know?
Well, so are y'all filming like the next season, or how is it still going?
I can be very honest and tell you I don't know.
Oh no!
I don't know.
I love that show.
Yeah, I have no idea. You know, I will tell you, we were filming this summer. It was all in-house. I think maybe there was a hope that there could be a quick turnaround. Maybe it's just for internal use. I really have no idea what it was going to be used for. But I don't know what is going to happen in the future. I hope so. I hope it ends up somewhere else. I think it's a great show. And
Wouldn't you think that they would just sell it to a different network? Like Netflix would buy that. They buy everything.
Well, here was what I think I said this earlier of the only problem I can see with the show going to a place like Netflix is that I think everybody agrees. You're snoring, sweetie. I hear you. That DCC is like, it's a wholesome show. You don't embarrass her. It's a wholesome show, right? I mean, it's not about cattiness or drama or this girl said this about this. And that's kind of what sells. I mean, you look at Cheer and a lot of the success was what was going on.
Yeah, we piggyback off of that.
Right. So that would be my only reasoning of like, it fit really well on CMT just because of the vibe of the show. That being said, I think the world needs some more feel-good stuff. I know Smutty is selling right now, but...
It kind of always like that, right?
Yes. Oh, someone said you should come to Vegas.
Yeah, we're always in for Vegas.
December.
I just saw something about, what did it say? Something about...
Oh, you want me to go?
Can you do that?
Yeah, I can. Was it far?
Yeah, it was right before that.
Your business ventures?
Yeah, you don't have
before
time for
that.
that. Oh, CMAs.
Oh, did you see who's co-hosting?
It's Luke Bryan and Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning. Is that
Is that the one that Carrie Underwood has hosted for years?
Yes, Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley have always hosted.
Which they're awesome together.
Yes, they're so good. Their dynamic is hilarious. But I'm really excited for this one too. It should be good.
Well, what happened?
We probably just got tired of doing it. They did it. How long did they do it?
I mean,
they did it for a long time, I feel like.
Yeah, I love all of
So
their.
I think they probably just needed a break and they're letting someone else.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning's am I
funny.
weird that that's an interesting choice for the CMA?
It is.
Okay.
It's very interesting, but it should be good.
I love
He's
the
funny.
commercials that I've seen him do.
Yeah.
Him
He's
and
hilarious.
his brother, both on Saturday Night Live, are awesome.
Is that
Well,
what
him and Brad
Yeah.
Paisley together are pretty good too.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them with Brad Paisley, so he's pretty
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make cameos or something like
I'm
that.
sure there'll be all sorts of stuff in there.
Hi. Sweaty boys are back. Hi.
Beckett quitted.
Oh, Beckett quitted. That's
He
okay.
quitted.
Okay, Amanda wants to know Ty's business ventures.
Oh,
boy.
Yeah.
It's really boring, Amanda.
Yeah. It
Investment stuff.
Yeah. There's nothing good to report, I don't think.
He's super smart with it. But hi, Beckett. Ryan, would you ever want to be a guest judge on Dancing with the Stars? I love that he keeps saying Miss Rycroft Strickland. What is that? Go away. Go away.
Yeah, you would totally do that.
Oh, I would totally 100%.
You'd be good
do
at that too.
100% do that. You know what's sad though? I don't know if y'all are watching. I have not watched. this
We watched
season.
half of the first episode.
And
Nothing
fast forwarded everything, but I have not watched.
Is it the finale tonight?
No. Well, it's Tuesday, first of all.
Last night. It's
No,
down
they
to
did
the.
that. They were in Halloween costumes. I saw that.
But it's towards the end. I think that. I'll look it up.
That would be weird if it's already at the end. I feel like I should be watching it, and I'm not. So
Does anybody?
I always fast forward past the judges' comments.
I kind of do too. I like to just see the scores. That's all I want to see is the dance and the scores. I don't even really watch the package. I don't watch the interviews. I just want to see the dancing and what's going on. Mel said it's halfway through. You're wrong.
Oh, halfway?
You're wrong. See, but look what happens when you say it confidently.
Well, I thought I
Are
heard.
y'all really into the Bachelor in Paradise? Because I have like 4 episodes that I'm behind on.
We weren't.
I
and
don't hate it.
then now we kind of are.
But I love it because they copied Love Island and they did that
The
where they split
Casa
Amor, where they split the girls and the guys and they brought in new ones and you could see everybody losing their minds. Not that I want people to
Oh
lose
my
their minds.
gosh.
You know.
Well, it makes good for TV. Yes.
And I think we still have we're always one episode behind, I feel like. We have not. Oh, it's on tonight. So
it was on. We missed last night.
Yeah.
And then tonight. And I think maybe one more.
but this is the first season that we have watched in I think a couple years.
The Jeffrey Dahmer series. Golly,
Did we talked about that?
yeah,
didn't
we talked about it a little bit. It's hard to watch. It's fascinating. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
It's
good.
It's
You can say it. It's good, and it's not like glamorizing
I don't know if it's
him
good.
by saying that.
It's hard to watch.
Great. This is such a different perspective, though, because it really shows who the victims were. It shows you their families and their backstories. So it's not just, but it also shows you how messed up he was. I mean, I don't think it's an excuse to come from the background that he did, because I know a lot of people that came from that background and
I feel like he was set up for failure, you know? Like when you watch the flashbacks of it,
yeah,
he's messed up from his background and from his childhood. So I mean, it gives no excuse for it.
Yeah.
But it's when you see the background, you can kind of see where he went with it.
I mean, he definitely was given a hard deal of cards. Is that right? Dealt a hard deck.
Easy for you to say.
What is it? Yeah, for sure. I mean, his parents divorced. His mom completely left. He was in a house by himself for how long, right?
I don't know. Like maybe it was like a month.
But
he was 18.
The wheels were turning before that. Like the stuff with him and his dad, and they would go pick up carcasses.
You know what?
And dissect them. That's not normal. And if you ever start doing that with our kids, y'all, I'm going to wave my red flag in the background. That's not normal.
I just don't like to believe that there's stuff like that out there. I don't like thinking about that stuff. And maybe that's naive. I don't know. But yeah.
Well, it's out there. It's very out there.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, buddy.
There you go, bud. This is the best Bachelor in Paradise season so far. It's pretty good.
Maybe that's why. I mean, we didn't know anybody going into it.
The people that watch Bachelor in Paradise have to watch Love Island, right?
No.
I mean, like you would think, though, if you're into
No, because Love
one,
Island
you'd
is
be
on
into
every day.
That's true.
This Bachelor thing is quite a commitment. We can't seem to stay up to date on it.
It's a lot.
But
And it is 2-hour episodes, too.
Yes, I feel like the 2-hour episodes are constantly
It's a lot.
Yeah,
you can fast forward.
Right.
And
it's a lot.
Yes, I'm watching it going, this whole thing could have been cut out. This whole scene could have been cut out.
Yes.
Didn't need any of it. Didn't need any of it. And make the show an hour, and I still know what happened.
And then what was the couple that came on?
Too.
What was what?
The couple that came on.
Oh, Ashley.
That was a
They did, you know what? They did get a lot of backlash.
Did they?
Here's the thing. I guarantee ABC called, said, you want to go to the beach? We're going to pay you X amount to come down to the beach. Why would they say? It's the same reason people do that.
I don't know why they would say no, but I don't know why producers
marriage therapy, couples therapy. Like Sean and Catherine did it. Like people that shouldn't be doing that show do it. And you get paid. I think we got asked to do it one time.
We did.
But you get asked and you're like, oh, make that much money in 2 weeks.
What was that show called? Couples Therapy?
I think it's Couples Therapy.
It was on VH1.
So I do understand sometimes silly appearances like that where you're like, oh, we'll justify it. But
okay, what's to say here?
Jenny, any regrets about Real?
Oh, Real House was at Dallas.
Is that
my guess is what
Beverly
she said.
Hills,
Yeah,
though?
that's what she said.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Of Dallas not working out? No. No.
Yeah, if nothing else, like they knew that you weren't what they were looking for.
You know what? We knew that the whole time, though. I mean, how many times would I come home from filming and be like, I just don't know. I don't know. And it comes down to that whole, it's a job. It's a job. And does this lead to something else that could be great?
Yeah.
And my whole thing was, I don't think this is the job that leads to something.
That's the hardest thing about your industry.
Great.
Or it was. That like you feel like any job is a good job, and that's not the case.
Well, it's like any press is good press. Anytime you're on TV is good TV.
And that's not necessarily true.
No. Yeah, I think especially what happened the last season. I mean, essentially what made the season.
Is it gone?
Mm-hmm.
They don't do that show
I think there was just too much controversy. Too many remarks that were inappropriate and unexcusable were said, and you can't come back.
We didn't watch it after. I mean, we watched like
but all my podcasts and stuff that recap it. I mean, I feel like I know everything that happens in TV shows, even when I don't watch it.
90210 MG. That's funny. It's a good name.
Oh, I listened to Girls Next Level podcast. We talked about that. That's Holly Madison and Bridget Marquardt. I can't ever pronounce her name.
Marquardt.
Yeah. The first episodes were great. I love your podcast, especially the stuff that you think is boring. Thank you.
Oh,
thank you. It is very hard talking sometimes because I'm like, I don't know. Does anybody care?
You know what is also hard talking is looking into this huge bright light behind our computer.
Well, it's a ring light because
I mean, I'm blinking every 2 seconds because
this was prepared, but y'all, I'm in my sweats and slippers. Like I need all the help that I can get.
Do this. That's better. So sorry, Melissa Ty. I was so looking forward to hear this, but I had to take my mother-in-law to the
shower.
Oh,
Bye,
no.
Julie.
Bye, Julie. Thanks for listening. Dance Sisters, Gabby hasn't worn her engagement ring in 2 weeks.
You know what? So Fiona just said that Gabby has not worn her engagement ring in 2 weeks. I just saw an interview, I guess that she did yesterday after the show, that said his name's Eric, right? We didn't watch her season, but I think it's Eric. Are supporting each other from afar. That doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound promising.
Yeah,
I will say, I've always said this, trying to start a real life relationship. Like there's been a couple Bachelor couples that went straight from Bachelor and you're in a bubble for those 2 months while the show is airing and nobody knows the outcome. Then you can't see anybody. You can't do anything. You're not even really dating.
Yeah, that's a weird.
And then you go straight to something like Dancing with the Stars, which consumes you 8 to 10 hours a day. So you're still not even in a real relationship. You're with this other partner more than you are this new fiance who you don't know.
Yeah, who you don't know.
I've always thought it's not the smartest thing. Take a season off and then come back.
Hold on. Hey, boys, can we stop talking so much?
Do you hear them?
Hey, Beckett. Shh. We can hear you on here, Bubba.
Hey, baby. Okay, Abby, Catherine, and Sean on Caitlin's podcast said it was the hardest way to start their relationship. See?
I know Sean a little bit. He's a good dude.
Fun fact, did y'all know I knew Sean before he was Bachelor and before I was on The Bachelor, before I met you?
Yeah, I remember you and I went to a party. One of the
Halloween
first parties
party.
you and I went to, and Sean was
He,
there with his
for like
girlfriend's
2
band.
years, dated a girl that I cheered with.
Mhm.
And so I met him and knew him, and I mean, wasn't super close with him, but when I saw him, I was like, oh,
I know his dad and his brother-in-law pretty well.
yeah, they actually live right next to us. We see them a
Yep.
lot.
Yeah.
Small
Good
world.
people, really good people.
But yeah, that doesn't shock me at all, going from that weird bachelor bubble to Dancing with the Stars.
But I think it also says, like, with them, I mean, they're down-to-earth people that they wasn't a rash decision. Like,
I think Catherine and Sean are 100%
Yeah.
the real deal.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I think if you can survive that stuff, you're good.
For sure.
They've built a little empire. Have y'all seen their furniture?
I knew he was in
Well,
furniture
they
business.
have like those huge,
Yeah, the big
ginormous
couch
couches.
thing. Yeah.
Every time we move, I'm like, we need one of those.
She's in The Bachelor. Have they ever asked about?
All right,
I
Leah,
don't
will
think
you
that
let
they know.
Ava or the boys watch your season of The Bachelor? Okay. Here's the problem with having a preteen daughter who's on social media and her friends are on social media, and with my season being on Netflix. She has found out from other people. Ava, I've never told her about it. It's obviously not something that, we sit and talk about at the dinner table. But she knows, and her friends know. They all know.
I think they more think, though, Dancing with the Stars.
I think they know all of it.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
Which
maybe
is
so.
weird.
I don't know. Maybe you know more than I do.
Which is weird. Because I don't want them to know.
Well, what makes you think that they know?
Because they've talked about it before. She's talked about it before.
Well, there's your answer then.
Yeah. But she's also started having questions of, is this person my friend because of all that? And I've told her, I was like, girlfriend, I have no perks to me anymore. I used to be able to get you the guide at Disney. I can't get you the guide at Disney. There's no reason that people wouldn't be your friend or want to
Would
just be your friend, right? Because of where I was 10 years ago. But girlfriend knows. She wants to be on Dancing with the Stars, she said. Amanda, what season is yours? Anybody know that?
Well, it was 2009. No.
One of my
Does that
seasons
help?
was 8. It was either Dancing with the Stars or Bachelor, which is really weird. 8. Isn't there like 25 or 30?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
You stay in touch with Tony.
You know what? Every once in a while we do. We don't talk
Tony
nearly
D.
as much as we used to, and that's just because kind of life got hectic. I think we took a trip. I was pregnant with Kaysen. Was it Kaysen? We went on a cruise together.
Yeah, he's back in Connecticut.
He used to come to Dallas quite a bit because he had a studio that he
Dance
owned
studio.
at the time, a couple miles down the road from us. And so whenever he was here, I'd go see him. So it's kind of one of those weird relationships. Like, you don't talk all the time, but when you do, you catch right. I mean, he spent 4th of July here before. And yeah, good guy.
Lindsay Arnold's having another baby.
I saw. Well,
I like her. She's
I do too.
Really, really nice.
We all heard that she wasn't coming back to. He's gonna go get the boys. That she wasn't coming back to Dancing with the Stars for family reasons. You're going, okay, and then you find out that she was probably pregnant when she got asked. So good for her. I know her, Whitney, and all of them are wanting to expand. And Jenna's pregnant, so how were the days structured when you were on Dancing? You made your own schedule. We got to pick when we wanted to practice, but we would always do morning practices because we knew we needed as much time as possible. And if you start at 8 or 9, then you can go until 6. Whereas there were people, I'll just say the younger boys on the cast at the time, didn't want to get started until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And then that meant that they were practicing until 11 or midnight. And I'm so thankful that my partner was an old fuddy-duddy like I was. And we both were like, I want to be
worked out
done.
really well,
by 6.
because if you would have been with one of them, it wouldn't have gone the way that it went.
It would have been bad.
Yeah.
I would have been bad. I remember, and I'm not calling him out, one of the guys, his partner, I really liked. And I'd see her sitting in the hallway.
You're waiting on him. I know you're
I'd be going to practice, and I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, well, he's an hour late. I'm like, oh, that right there, that would frustrate me. Because your time is precious. You don't have a lot of time. And when you're stuck in the dance studio, you don't want to be starting an hour late. assuming you have to live out there during dancing, do they put you up in a hotel or do they get you a temporary apartment?
Yeah.
It's
It's apartment.
yeah, temporary.
It's a furnished apartment.
Uh-huh. Yep.
It's, and it's really nice. It's right next to the
Everything.
Grove in LA, if you're familiar.
They took such good care. They got us a car. I had a car the entire time.
Yeah, they rent you a car, but then they also will pick you up, like in a black car, to go to practice and.
Not to practice, to show days, and.
Well, when I was in town, I would have the car, so they would send a car for you to go to practice, unless I took you.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was y'all going from my job where I made $12 an hour in my cubicle all day. The first day I arrived in LA for Dancing with the Stars, I was like, what? And they put me in this little apartment. I was like, Ty, there's granite countertops in here. Are you kidding me? I had this huge, what was it? A Dodge. I thought it was a Bentley, y'all. I thought they had gotten me a Bentley.
No, it was a
Charger? Dodge? No.
Dodge.
A bit.
I don't know.
It was a boat.
It was
This
a
thing was
Chrysler.
a boat. A Dodge Chrysler. Ty goes, no, not a Bentley.
No.
Yeah, no, it was total different world. I was like, where are we right now?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, Julie, what year was it you wrote your book? 2010, because I was pregnant with Ava. I remember.
That's right.
Yeah, the very last chapter, I was like, we'll see what happens next, which is super weird now that she's going to be 12.
Imagine having all these kids running around.
I know. I've always thought about that because writing that book, I was so angry because there was so much in it that my attorneys made me take out. And their rule was, if it wasn't on TV and it didn't air, you can't say it, because I was under the NDA, that famous NDA everybody talks about. And there were so many things that would help explain so much. And they'd make me take it out. And I'm like, but now this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole chunk missing that makes no. And I was getting so irritated throughout the process.
Wasn't there someone that they sued for breaking the NDA?
I don't know. I know people since then have written books while I think they're still under the NDA. But I've always thought, I'm like, I'm so far out of it now, I should go back and do now my reality.
Yeah.
And be like, let me fill in the blanks a little bit on these parts. Would I ever write another book? There you go. Yes, I would. 100%. Thank you. I just think that would be, people like seeing the curtain drawn back.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm really bad with words.
Like,
draw back the curtain.
people like curtains. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay. I've got 15 minutes and then I've got to go pick up Ava from dance. What else do we want to do? Anybody have anything else?
Oh, sorry. I'm watching the World Series. My bad. On the TV.
So curious what's happening on the wall.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just the TV's on. This is what it looks like when we podcast, which is why we have not been able to do video, because our producer got mad that the entire time Ty was watching the TV, because he puts ESPN on mute while we do podcasts.
Right.
So there are times where you hear me and I'm like, what are you doing? What? Because I'm telling this huge long story and I look and I get.
But I'm listening. I'm always listening.
That's what
Half
she
the time
said.
you just stare at me and I'm like, what? Go ahead.
Because I talk a lot and I need you to jump
you
in.
talk a lot. That's true.
Jump
Yeah,
in.
I like when you talk a lot.
Literally found your book a few months ago. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought you meant you found about it. I was like, how do you find out about it? I have a box of them in my garage.
What do you do with Halloween candy? That's good.
We not gonna have
like
it for very long.
Yeah, no, for like 2 days.
I'll let everybody pick a couple pieces out. I'll pick the good ones and put them in a bucket, but I don't like keeping the candy here because someone is going to leave the bag on the floor in the pantry, and someone here or someone there is going to get it and get into it, and then I'm going to have an issue of a dog that's ingested a pound of chocolate. That's
right.
Which, did I talk about when she ate 25 of my spinach herb tortillas?
Yeah.
She's a
Whole
pig.
bag, whole
I
bag
love
of
her. I
tortillas.
love her so much, but she eats everything. Any critter updates? It's been a while. No.
Haven't had anything
Actually,
in a while.
Yeah.
We had a skunk this week, but we didn't see it.
I feel like we always kind of have skunks. We
Yeah.
haven't seen a snake. Now, I have
Knock
not
on
popped
wood.
the hood of
Careful.
my car, so I'm assuming that there's no rats or mice or anything.
I think we're clear of that.
Um,
we have a service that comes to our house
You
once
know
a
what we
week
do
now.
have though? Cockroaches. And I feel gross saying that
Yeah.
because I almost feel like it's saying we all have head lice all the time. But I know
Yeah.
lice was only for clean hair.
Bad.
And I'm hoping cockroaches only like clean houses. But we have cockroaches.
Well, we have our house is a pier and beam house, and so there's a crawl space underneath our. I mean, it's not even a crawl space. Like you can walk underneath our house. Like I can walk standing up below our house, and it just invites stuff like that. It's pretty gross.
It is really gross. And when it rains, when you go down to where you go into the house, like our entryway, we had like 10 in there. And when you see a live one scurry across,
I hate it.
I'm not scared of stuff. I don't get the heebie-jeebies, but there's something about a cockroach.
Yeah. Did we take our kids trick-or-treating? We did. We had so much fun. We went to one of our friends' house, and they had a huge trailer with like hay, bales of hay.
I posted some pictures.
Oh, did
yeah.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
And we went for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Kids got a ton of candy.
So Ava went with one of her girlfriends. They were Mike and Sully from Monsters Inc. And it's so funny because, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half after we dropped her off, her friend's mom texted me and goes, "Hey, girls are done whenever you're ready. No rush." And I went, 7:30?
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens when they get older. They just need some candy and then they want to go back and play. The boys could have kept going.
Oh, they would have gone all night. We would have let them.
You wish you could? Yeah. So mean old mommy only gave you 8 pounds of candy.
The neighbor. They
the
went asked
neighbor.
about the neighbor.
We haven't heard anything.
We haven't heard from the neighbor in a while.
I was scared on our trailer park tragedy party that the neighbor was going, because we had the music going outside, not loud, but we did have music going. People were outside. Now, it was good because we didn't have a lot of cars. Everybody Ubered, which was fantastic. But I was really like, he's probably sitting outside with like a shotgun on his porch or something like that.
Yeah.
Fingers
So
crossed.
no real update, really. Like we haven't had any interactions. I
No,
haven't
but-
seen them in a long time.
Well, here's the problem for me is that I don't let our dogs just run out anymore. Like they go out and
Well,
I
they were-
monitor them for a
They
few
were
minutes.
never outside for more than
No,
20
but
minutes at a
I'm
time.
scared whenever they bark that he's going to be glaring at me or yell at me again.
She used to take her dogs, like there's a pond behind our house, and she would take her dogs out to the pond. And our dogs, if they were out, would bark at her dogs.
Yeah.
And they would bark back at our dogs. It wasn't just our dogs.
They have a lab. They would run
Yeah,
the fence together.
Yeah. And I haven't seen that in a while.
I mean, if anybody has seen Ozzy and Bella, they're like the least intimidating dogs.
Oh, they're not intimidating, but they are kind of loud. They're very loud.
They're loud, but they're not aggressive or attacking or.
No, they're not. They may. I mean, when a dog's barking at you, you don't know if that's aggressive or not.
Yeah, I mean, you don't just call the police or send anonymous letters.
Yeah, no, anonymous letters.
They emailed you.
Oh, they weren't anonymous.
It's a pet's way of socializing, is what
It
they said.
is.
I know. That's what they do. They were playing. Tails were wagging. It's not like, they're trying to get through. They could easily, if they wanted to get to the other side, they can dig through that fence. I mean, it's not like it's.
Technically, they could. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
The neighbor. That's funny. I hadn't even thought about him in a while.
You want to come say bye? You want to come do your picks really quick? Sure. Yeah. And then I got to go get Ava Dava.
What's up, big man?
Do you even know who's playing?
No, I have no idea.
He's so handsome.
This is my dude right
Isn't
here.
he? Phillies just scored.
Home run. Bryce Harper, 2-run home run.
Someone just says I look like Genevieve from Bachelor in Paradise.
You know what? I have thought that, but I find you way more attractive than Genevieve.
You know what? If you had not said that.
Honestly,
She,
that's what I was
it's the olive skin tone.
So
dark
I
hair,
thought
dark eyes.
Genevieve was very pretty. I really did. She has a stink face a lot of the time. There's a lot of, and I hope I don't have stink face, but I take that as a compliment.
My
That-
bros
Hi, I'm
right here.
Beckett.
Bryce Harper
What's up,
home
dudes?
run, guys.
Bryce Harper home run.
Hi,
Oh, now
I'm
you see
Beckett.
Genevieve.
Beckett
if my hair
loves
were
Bryce
down,
Harper, don't you?
I need my
Yeah,
extensions back.
I have him as a football card.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
it's,
I'm a
it's a
baseball
baseball card. Yeah.
My bad.
No, quit hitting Beckett.
Yeah, quit hitting me.
Captain America.
They're so cute.
Hey, Kaysen. Kaysen, how many touchdowns did you score last week?
Oh boy.
Not even one.
3.
3.
Little man. Don't hurt each other. Chill.
I too dark? I look dark. I could try to fix that. Hold on.
I did adjust for dark light because I'm in the room, my bedroom, because Ava, I kept her home today.
Oh, is she okay?
Yeah, we went back to the allergist and did more.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you want to see what her back looked like?
Oh, poor kid.
Oh.
Not really, but yeah.
I mean, it's good. You want that because then
Yeah.
we've got somewhere to go. And she's flaring
So
up.
what is it? Like,
Well, so she's allergic to every animal except dogs. And I'm like,
except dogs?
Thank
God.
you. I was like, thank God. Because if it came up dogs, I was like, Ava, you gotta find a new house, baby. Like,
Yeah, you can't get rid of 4 dogs.
Right. Kobe's not
Sorry,
going
Ava.
anywhere. I'm joking.
You're going to live with Auntie Randy in Utah.
So it's a lot of trees. It's a lot of grass. There's
Yeah.
it's very environmental. And so they do these drops and she takes them twice a day. We actually did it when she was younger, when she was 5. And the drops are filled with everything she's allergic to. And
right. And they like, yeah.
And so they're going to focus heavily on the allergy or the environmental ones because it's provoking this asthma that we're having. And, you know,
well, then maybe they can fix it then.
I hope so. We got a heavy duty inhaler that she takes every day now. And that seems to have helped. So I'm like, she's just going to be one of those kids for a little bit that we've got inhalers in the morning, drops in the morning, Flonase at night.
It's okay. That's okay.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's fine. So,
well, at least they're figuring it out.
Hi, Randy.
Hi.
I was recording. We'll just go ahead and use it. Why not?
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I was out. I look like, you know, we talked about doing this last week and I was like, let's look pretty because we're doing video. I've been out.
Didn't happen.
No. Took Ava to the allergist and then I went and was doing decorations because I cannot have my Halloween stuff up a day after.
It's November 1st. You cannot.
I know. So I went to, it's fall out there now.
Oh, you already put up new decorations.
Well, I can't have there be no decorations.
Yeah, that would be weird for you. You're right.
Weird. I know. I'm weird.
Not
like
weird.
That.
You're festive.
I am. I mean, I drive myself crazy with it, but yes, I am very festive. And then 6 weeks away from holiday break. I don't know how we got here.
I cannot believe it's November because, like, in a minute it's Thanksgiving, which means in a minute it's Hanukkah and Christmas, and then it's over.
Do you celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas?
We do. We do both, which is really obnoxious for our son. Like it's so many just gifts and celebrations. It's just obnoxious.
So many presents.
I know, but it's obnoxious. You know what we do is we tamper down Hanukkah because one, it's 8 nights and it's a lot. Okay. So what I do for Hayden now is he gets a scratch off lotto ticket for each night. And that's it. Although we're running into an issue here because Utah has no lotto. It's one of the million things that Utah has weird laws about. So I'm going to have to drive to Wyoming.
No.
We have to do that for some booze.
Can't I? I mail
we call it Cannonball Run. Oh, you could just mail it to me.
I'll mail it to you.
And I'll Venmo you. That sounds
I need the $2, okay? that is.
Well, it's for 8 nights. So 2 times 8, it'll be $16.
Okay,
they get better each night. So it's like the dollar ones.
I got it.
Night. We'll figure it out.
Well, hey, give everybody a fun update. I don't think had we talked to you since you moved? I don't think we had.
I think right when we got here. Okay. I don't even think we had been here for too long. But yeah, I mean, you and I get to talk. I love our weekly.
We do our lunches. So she
makes me so happy.
Is in Utah.
You can say where I am. It's okay. We're in Park City. We moved to Park City, Utah, and just love it here. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful. This is literally it's obviously a fake background, but that's what it looks like. There's a little dusting of snow right now. Apparently we're getting a little bit more tomorrow, but we're good. Hayden is settled at his new school. Yeah. He's on a new hockey team, which starts this week, and our house is all framed and they're about to close it up with that wrap or whatever, Tyvek wrap for the winter. So it's moving, still aiming for a spring move-in, which fingers crossed.
Well, we're almost done with our 1.5-year pool project from
same.
So if you beat me on the house, I'm going to be really upset.
Could you imagine if we move in to a home that didn't take as long as your pool?
It's a sore
subject. It can happen.
Sore subject in the Strickland
it's okay.
house. So
I know. I'm sorry. We'll see what happens. But no, we're doing great. And I want to give a shout out to one of your listeners, Erin. She reached out I think it was even before we moved, because we had discussed that we were moving to Utah. And she had said, I don't know where you're moving to, but if you ever need a friend, if you ever need anything, I'm in the Salt Lake area. Or she's just south of it. And so she's like sent me a few messages on Instagram, and she's so sweet. And then we got our first like major snow a week ago, like
we
out
were
of
on
nowhere.
The phone, weren't we?
Yeah.
You and I talking? Yes.
Yes. And it was like a whiteout blizzard. And I was like, wait a minute, it's still October. What is happening? And she sent me a cute GIF that said, like, don't worry about it. Like, this is what happens in Utah. There's fall, and then there's winter number 1. And then there's fall number 2, winter 2, fall 3, and then it's winter. So like, don't worry, you're going to be okay. So anyway, Erin, if you're listening, I so appreciate you reaching out. You're so sweet.
Erin.
And I just love Utah. So yay. I can't wait to get you here.
Maybe you can make friends with her, because you've told me you've been a little antisocial since you've moved.
I've been very antisocial since I moved. So I also went back to work full time. So that's
fair enough.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
It is remote, so I'm just like holed up in our little rental. I drop Hayden off early, and I just like work until it's time to pick him up. And like I literally don't even take a lunch unless it's with you on FaceTime.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it is the highlight of my week. But yeah, I haven't been very social. We've met lovely people. There's nothing, it's not to say that there's not great people here. I think between work and then making sure that like Hayden's okay, and that we spend fun time on the weekend doing ridiculous activities that we're doing here. He's like flying airplanes and driving ATVs, and he's living his best life.
Right.
So but I can't say I've been very social.
That's that's a page out of my book. Like I hate being social.
And you're so social. So
I know.
You get me. You get it.
I'm anti-socially social, which I think is exactly what you are. Like when I want to be, life of the party, right?
Yep. And then when I don't,
right, I'm like, I don't want to go.
Yeah, like you won't see me for 6 months.
I don't want to meet anybody. I don't want to mingle. I don't want to put my happy face on.
And I think also like with my new job, I'm talking all day long. And so I don't really want to talk anymore at the end of the day. Like I'm really content to just let Hayden put on a show, and then I just get to sit there and like.
Did you ever see, are you friends? Are you a Friends person?
Yes.
Okay. We never really actually talked about. Okay.
Oh my God. If it's on, I'm watching it. I don't care how many times I've seen it.
Episode where Rachel is flirting with her gynecologist or on a date with the gynecologist, right? And he's like, man, sometimes you're just so tired of your job at the end of the day. And she goes, well, what do you mean? And he goes, well, what do you do? And she's like, I'm a waitress. And he goes, okay, so you've served coffee all day. Do you ever get home and go, if I have to serve just one more coffee? And she goes, I got you. I get what you're putting down.
Never mind.
All right, not going to marry the gynecologist.
So
I get
it is
it.
true. It's like the chefs that come home and like eat a bowl of cereal because they're like over cooking.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just not there right now. I mean, I hope I make friends at some point, obviously. And I think maybe once we move into the neighborhood we're going to live in. Sure. Right now we're in a rental area, and it's what they call shoulder season here. Like there's nobody here because it's not ski season yet. Shoulder season is what they call like in between summer and winter, and then in between winter and summer again. So like spring and fall, it's not really a hot time to come to Park City because it's not, you're not skiing yet, and you're also like mountain biking is closed. So it's like those are kind of why people come, I think, a lot of the time.
You hate it
when it's busy.
Holiday time, spring break,
I'm coming back to Dallas. I'm coming to move into your house.
Nobody comes here spring break.
Yeah, it's true. That is going to drive us crazy because we're right at the base of one of the ski hills, which is going to be super cool for us, like Monday to Friday. Right. And then we're going to be very annoyed because we don't like noise. We go to bed very early. Like we're lame, but it's okay.
No.
It's all part of it.
I don't think you're lame. I just think that's what life is now. We got home from trick-or-treating last night. I think Ty ended up dropping all of us off at 9:30. Beckett had stayed.
That's so late.
That's what I thought. And then Ty didn't get home till 10, and I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. And he's like,
yeah, no.
You're leaving? I was like, I mean,
yeah.
10 o'clock. We've been out since 5, socializing.
That's a lot. Yeah, too much. No, 10 o'clock, no way.
No. Did you mountain trick or treat?
We didn't. This is actually a little bit sad, and I probably shouldn't even like say. So poor Hayden. He like didn't have anyone to go trick-or-treating with.
Oh, it's because it's new still.
Well, he had a buddy that he made, and he's 2 years older. And now that this buddy's made older friends, he like excluded Hayden and said, "Well, I only have 4 e-bikes, and you don't get one of them." And so he had it. I know. And so he hadn't made any other plans. And the little school that he goes to, the kids are from like all over. And so one girl did invite him to like, she was having a trick or treat, like a whatever, a Halloween party Saturday night. That he had hockey, so we didn't get to go. And I kept saying, like, sweetie, like, sorry, dress up and like we'll just go somewhere. It's
Right,
okay,
we'll go eat
you
at a
know?
restaurant in our costumes.
Do something. And he just was not into it. So we went bowling, which it was fun. Nate was actually in town last night. So the three of us we went bowling at like 4, ate dinner at 5. And then you know how we do it. But like I was like hoping maybe somebody would ring our doorbell, like something, but there's literally nobody here. So I told Hayden that we'll get a redo on Halloween next year. We'll go big. And today after school, we're gonna go to Walmart and we're gonna buy all the candy that's on sale.
Done. Put it in a bag.
So that'll be good for me to just have in the house for the next 2 months.
The older that they get, like Ava went with just one little friend. They were Sully and Mike Wazowski, right? They were the onesies.
So cute.
But so she went with her friend, and her friend's mom called me at 8 and was like, they're back home. They're done. They're going to their candy. And I'm like, I just don't think it has, like Beckett and Kaysen could have gone all night. They could have just kept going and going. But the girls were like, I got candy. I got what I needed. And
like, let's go home. He did that last year when we were still in Dallas. Like he went with 2 friends. It was like so cool for him to be like out on his own, but we're not in a neighborhood right now. So it's like, and he doesn't, I feel so bad saying it. He sounds like such a nerd, but he doesn't really have like friends that he socializes with. Like,
well, you were explaining to me the school that you go to, there's like 6 kids in his grade. I mean, it's not
11.
It's not a huge public school system like what you left.
No, not at all. And like we're living in a place that there's nobody. I would assume that like in the neighborhood we're moving into, there's tons of kids. And I think next year he's going to have the full Halloween experience.
You should have gone to that neighborhood.
I asked him if he wanted to. And he has some friends there. And I said, why don't you contact so-and-so? And he's like, I'm just not into it this year. So I don't know if it was like a defense mechanism that he like knew he didn't really have anybody to go with, so he was saying he didn't want to go, or if as a therapist I'm totally overanalyzing my kid and he just didn't want to go.
You do that. I love you. You do sometimes.
Well, just a little, not a lot. I don't do it to everyone.
No.
No.
Okay. Hey, so last week when we did our lunch and we were talking about my 40th coming up in March. Wow.
Like May? Your birthday is not in May, Melissa.
No, it's not. I'm going to be 40 way before that. And I told you, it's like, I have no clue what we're doing. And Ty is either going to plan something super amazing or he's already forgotten.
Or he's going to blow it.
That it's coming. And come February, he's going to be like, what can I get last minute? You said you were going to reach out to him. Did you?
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Did you talk to him?
I'm not going to tell you anything.
You talking to my husband and you're not going to tell me?
Well, I mean, if it was that kind of way, then I'd be like, guess who I talked to? Why?
I'm just asking because I'm so in the dark. Like usually
play this out. If I knew something that you shouldn't know, do you think I would tell you?
Well, you could have lied and been like, yeah, I talked to him. He didn't text me back. But
I don't want to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. Well, I'm not telling you if I talked to him or not. I'm just saying.
I feel like if you hadn't talked to him, it's an easy no.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You're the therapist. You know how this works. Yes, you'd be like, no,
I will. But I'm just not going to tell you anything.
Okay.
And it's a long time between now and March. So if we start this now,
it's not because
no, not about Ty. I'm saying about you being sneaky. You cut it out.
Sure. No. He has only managed to surprise me one time.
Yeah, when he proposed?
No, that was a surprise. My bad. But this was my 30th birthday because he doesn't usually plan. I'm the planner. I'm the one that puts things in the books. I make him leave. Which I saw something the other day on social media and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Their marriage is by 2 by 2 by 2. Have you heard that?
No.
2 times a month they go out on dates.
Love it.
What was the other one? Once every 2 weeks they go on dates. Once every 2 months they go on a weekend getaway.
Oh,
and once
that
every
sounds
2
good.
years they go on a 2-week getaway. So I said that wrong at the beginning. Once every 2 weeks is date night. So every other week. Once every 2
that
months
seems doable.
is a small weekend getaway, nothing big.
Okay.
And then once every 2 years is a 2-week getaway. I'm like, oh my God, I love that.
I don't know that I've ever been away for 2 weeks. But that sounds amazing.
Without the kids, we've never been gone longer than 4 days.
Oh, for sure not.
Yeah. And
that sounds nice.
Even come back.
Well, why don't you just throw out some ideas of things maybe you do want to do? Like a trip. I already know you want to leave the United States. We're going to use a passport.
Yeah. Well, because, Ty's 40th got completely butchered.
Mine too.
I know.
We have the same year.
Are in the same year, same month too, right?
What if we hijack your 40th and we actually make it just about time?
Okay. Now you know me long enough to know that's not okay. Nope. You can have your whole month.
Just kidding.
I don't share.
I'm over it. I'm going to be 42.
And you still never celebrated your 40th birthday. There's a lot of people.
I'm over it.
I know.
I'm over it. Yeah.
I know.
I'm like way over it now. It's fine.
No.
But yeah, we'll do something. But if it's supposed to be a surprise, I'm definitely not going to be telling you.
I understand. I mean, that's not going to stop me from asking. So, I think I was telling you the time that he did surprise me. It was my 30th birthday. And Ava was 2. And she walked around the corner holding a bottle of wine. And I was like, oh, girlfriend, what are you doing? I grabbed the wine and it has a flight ticket on it. And it says, you're going to Napa. And I was like,
oh my God, that's adorable.
Never been to Napa. Well, then we get to the airport and Ty and I think we went to like Chili's or something. And like 8 of my friends walked into Chili's. I had no clue. And it's just not a Ty thing. That's just not what Ty does. That's just not.
Way to go, Ty. Ooh,
and
all right.
So to me, I'm like, maybe every decade we're doing fun, big.
I'm certain it will be fun.
I did tell him for our local party here with everybody, I want an early 2000s party.
Ooh.
Because everybody does like 80s, 90s.
90s, yeah.
To me, the early 2000s was the
best.
Absolute worst fashion. When I see pictures of like my lacy camisole with my culottes and my oversized belt outside my shirt kind of a thing.
I'm trying to remember. So early 2000s is like college. I'm certain I had crop tops, very low hung jeans. I'm not wearing that.
A cheerleader at the time, Cowboys cheerleader. Like it was my hotness prime. And I look at pictures going, how did that look ugly? How did
it didn't look ugly? We're just harder.
You're right. Because the pants, remember, it was like a 1-inch inseam from where it buckled to. You couldn't bend over.
By the way, if it doesn't come up to like my sports bra, it's not high enough.
I like it sucking it all in.
All of it.
Like feeling nice.
Have you tried Bawari leggings yet?
Yes. Ty got me onto them because he said he saw some girl at the gym whose booty looked nice in pants, went up and asked her what they were.
Wrong answer, Ty.
That's what I said. I was like,
wow.
Okay.
There's another way to tell you to try these leggings.
Who was she? But then I put them on and I went, ooh, they really do tuck and lift, don't they?
I mean, we are not sponsored by Bawari, so just saying, but I'm telling you, I will wear nothing else now. And you know me, I'm a big athleisure. They're the softest. They suck you in without like sucking it in too much all day long. And I work from home, so it's literally all I wear.
Yeah,
I could put on a cardigan for you today.
It's expensive though. I mean, it's not a cheap brand.
Bawari's not cheap. You can get a coupon like every once in a while.
Coupon? Yeah. Speaking of not cheap, so I actually did this because you and I talked because I went and saw my allergist. Yes. I have been gluten-free, dairy-free. It's my 8th day now.
Oh my God, is it 8 days? You really did listen to me right away.
Well, because I knew when you said that, I was like, you know what, that's a great idea. Because my allergist has said the same thing. And I'm like, I can't do it. I remember telling you, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do an elimination diet with 15 other people in my household.
No.
And so I looked up the meal plan that you told me you were on. I'm not doing that. It's a little out of my price range for.
It's crazy. It is crazy if you do it. Yeah, it is a lot. Can we say what it is? It's called Sakara.
Yeah.
It's all plant-based, and it is a lot if you do all 3 meals for 5 days every week. It gets absurd. You can choose though to do 2 meals a day or
Yeah.
3 meals a day, or you could only do 2 days a week or 3 days a week. So there's some flexibility in it. I started doing it just because one, I prefer to eat plant-based anyway, and just timing wise, like it was just very convenient.
Yeah.
But how do you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah.
I do. And everybody was like, you're going to feel good regardless. Like whether you have an intolerance or not, just kind of getting all that crap out.
Yeah.
I do. I feel less bloaty. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, okay, girlfriend, like you don't look
You're
like
like,
you're
I
about to
can
start your
wear-
period all the time now.
Oh, stop it. But you could wear your early 2000s crop tops now.
Well, I don't know if those are ever going to come back out, or those super low rise jeans. I think
The
those
low
are
rise.
those are
Oh,
done.
I hope those are done.
But I just did it myself. I found some stuff. I went to like local Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, and it's been much easier than like the gluten-free is so easy. There's everything
easy.
you can find. It's more the gluten and dairy-free.
Yeah.
I'm a snacker. I'm like, I just need stuff like when I come
keep you
home
going.
and I want to take a handful or a scoopful.
Yeah.
Of stuff. And I found my stuff. But yeah,
The fake cheese is gross though. My mom's also
don't
gluten and
hate
dairy free.
it.
You don't hate it? Oh, that's good. She's used to it now. But
isn't it
it's
Daiya?
just-
DAI.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've made it in eggs. I've put it in some ground chicken. I like it.
Good. Okay,
So,
good.
I know.
So do you think you're going to stay gluten and dairy free?
I think I'm probably going to stay gluten free just because it feels
you.
good. And
Yeah.
doing my research, I'm like, kind of sounds like we need
Yeah.
to be doing that.
Which is easy for you because keto is always gluten free.
Well, and I'm not keto all the time, you know? I mean,
Right.
we
But I'm saying when
keto
you
on
do
and
do
off.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try when this 2 weeks is over to put some dairy back in and see
Just
if
see
I
what
have
happens.
if I start to get the symptoms, then I'm dairy free. If I don't get any symptoms, I think I'm just gonna go low dairy. Like the things I don't mind, I don't mind the sour cream, I don't mind the fake cheese, I don't mind the plant-based stuff. But eating out at a restaurant, I'm like, if I want to eat a nacho at a Mexican food restaurant, I'm
Like
gonna
you
get
have
it.
to.
Right.
Yeah. You have
So, but yeah,
Well, good
that's
for
all because of
you.
you. Look at that.
Well, I'm so happy. I'm glad you're feeling better too.
I know. Isn't it so? I was talking to a couple of my girlfriends. We had a football tournament the other day I was telling them kind of what I'm doing. And it's so funny how many people our age now do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you clean it up. And I'm like, I don't know if we clean it up because we're learning what's in our food and it grosses us out, or two, just because our bodies are slowly starting to
It's probably both. It's like,
change.
oh, I actually need to eat better now because I don't feel
Yes,
good.
all of my, I shouldn't say all, 90% of my friends are just super health conscious and super healthy.
Yeah.
And I think it's more out of necessity than out of like,
Yeah, like you can't bounce back anymore. Like I'll
not
say
like
like 5 days a week I'm doing that plant-based thing, and then on the weekends like I'll just do whatever.
Yeah.
I feel a significant difference when I eat a pizza and beer with my guys at the bowling alley versus like when I'm doing.
And here that didn't even sound good right now. I'm so cleansed out that I'm like, that just doesn't sound like.
Yeah, like when the mood strikes, I'll just go for it, but it doesn't feel good. Just doesn't.
Well, so I'm last night I made gluten and dairy-free chicken parmesan.
Wow. Did you use gluten-free panko?
Yeah, so it's almond flour and then gluten-free almond flour. And I did that with some seasoning that was gluten-free.
Yeah.
And then
did the kids notice?
No, and Ty didn't notice. Everybody, and I used vegan butter, so I kind of made it nice and buttery in the pan.
Wait, and they didn't even notice the cheese was fake?
Had no idea. Melted nicely and
great.
Right. Yeah, gluten-free pasta to go with the spaghetti. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I bought the Beyond Meat like beef.
I love
crumbles.
Beyond Meat.
Well, okay, my family, other than me, I don't do red meat. They are red meat eaters. Like Ty would grow a cow in the backyard if Ava was not deathly allergic. And I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna do a ground beef something. And not say
so I tried to trick Hayden. Hayden's like Ty, like all steak, all hamburgers all the time. So I made the Beyond Burgers for all of us. And I told him, I was like, one of these is a regular burger and one of these isn't. I wonder which one's which. And Nate loved the Beyond one. He was like, give me this instead anymore. But Hayden, like, he's like, if you force me to eat it, I'll eat it. But like, it's not a burger. I'm like, I love it.
I'm hoping if I don't tell them. Because a lot of times, if I don't say anything, they have no clue. And then afterwards, they'll be like, oh,
you're like,
something tasted different. And I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. That mashed
Even though
potatoes.
you don't eat red meat. Since you don't eat red meat, you should still try the Beyond Meat. Or you don't like the taste of red meat, or you don't like the.
I can't digest it. My body gets very sick when I have any kind of red meat.
See, maybe this one will be fine. I think it's really good. I like it. I like the patties better than the crumbles.
Okay, well, I got the crumbles just because in my mind I was gonna make like simple spaghetti and like ground beef.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what they say.
So we'll see.
Sorry if you hear Minnie barking.
I do. I hear your dog. I'm like, that's not
sorry. One person must be driving by. It's a busy time.
I mean, okay. Well, hey, girlfriend, this was fun.
Wait a minute. I'm really mad about something right now. Did you get a text message that said that you're going to get a delivery today and that you had to schedule it?
I was at the doctor with Ava.
Did you give them a time?
No, I haven't even looked at it. Yeah, look, you can see it's still unread. Oh, hot dang it.
Okay, because it's from me. So what I was trying to do was, because I knew we were doing this,
I
was
saw
send
that
you.
pop up.
Yes, was to send you something so that we could have a glass of wine together as we usually do. And and I was like, why did I just yelled at the company? Like, why isn't it not delivered yet? I said between 10 and 12. But I think it's because you didn't answer.
It's me. Oh my God. And you know what? I saw it. There it is. Receive your free. She purchased a gift of alcohol from Drizzly Girlfriend.
I did. We'll get it later. And then we'll have a glass of wine again later.
Dang it. Next week.
Well, yeah, obviously.
My bad.
But this is because it's your podcast anniversary.
It is. Can you believe 4 years?
No, I'm so proud of you.
I know.
4 years.
Not proud of us. I mean, to us, I'm like, we just been talking like we talk all the time. We just hit record.
Well, I'm proud of the listeners. Proud of you. No,
I know.
I'm excited for you guys.
Are you back on social? Are you still on your sabbatical?
I only check it when there's something like I need to see. So I'm not posting anymore of like my own stuff.
So there's no.
But like I'll go check out yours once in a while.
Okay. Well, look for Randi Read Her Puns then, I guess, on Facebook when she comments. That's her.
Yeah, it's me.
Otherwise, don't look for it.
I comment once in a while. I honestly just go to look because the builder puts like updates sometimes on his social media because he's like a big deal. So I like go to see what my house looks like on his Instagram instead of driving for 15 minutes.
Well, that's fun.
Because I'm that lazy. But yeah, no, I'm kind of not interested in going back for a bit.
You know,
but I miss you.
I went dairy free. I cannot go social media free. I can't do it.
Only one diet at a time.
One thing at a time, Randi.
Come on.
Don't ask.
You still have to live. One vice at a time. You got this.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I let Ava play hooky after our whole allergy.
Yeah, good. I'm glad she's okay. Give her a hug.
She's good. You know, they do the prick test now when you're older. I feel like when she was little, it was like just little drops on her skin. So
I don't know. I'm lucky I've avoided that, but my nephew in Seattle has terrible allergies, so that they have to do all that. Then they sometimes make him eat things while he's there and like see what happens.
Oh, that doesn't seem safe.
No, well, it was like controlled. But at one point, I remember my brother was there for like 2 hours with this sweet little kid, and he was just shoveling eggs in and then waiting. And then more eggs, and then waiting. And I was like, your car ride home is going to be a disaster.
The throat's closing up. This was a bad one. Like, no.
I'm sure it was more like supervised than that, but it did seem ridiculous. I don't know. I'm glad Ava's okay though.
Anyway, okay. Me and you, same time, next place, or same time, next place, next week.
Yeah, for sure. It's like literally the highlight of my week.
And I will get the drizzly. I promise. God,
I miss you so much.
I know. Come home.
Come visit.
Fine. Bye.
Love you. See you later.
Love you.
Bye. Happy Podiversary.
Okay, there you go. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, it's been fun. Okay, everybody, make sure like, subscribe, rate, review, all that fun stuff. Follow the Facebook page. Go on the YouTube channel page. All that fun stuff. And we will see you next week, same time.
Same place. Over and out.